Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and wisdom, I welcome you today to a message that carries urgency, significance, and a deep call to awareness. We stand in a rare moment of cosmic alignment right after the new moon, and as the calendar moves toward August 30th, a final portal is opening. This portal is not just a celestial phenomenon, but also a spiritual gateway, an invitation for each of us to pause, reflect, and act with clarity before this month comes to a close. Throughout history, humanity has looked to the heavens for guidance. The stars, the moon, and the cycles of the sky have always reminded us of divine order and universal rhythm. The new moon represents renewal, the chance to plant seeds of intention, and the courage to release what no longer serves us. But after this new moon, as the final portal of August arrives, we are called to do more than just hope. We are called to prepare. This moment is a threshold, a reminder that time is precious and that the days we have left in August can shape the energy of the months ahead. The warning is clear. If we ignore the signs, if we move forward blindly, we may miss the blessings hidden in this sacred moment. But if we act wisely, we can align ourselves with higher purpose, deeper peace, and greater strength. That is why I share with you 7 things that must be done before August ends. First, take time for self-reflection. In the stillness of the night sky, as the moon begins to grow, ask yourself, what burdens am I still carrying? What wounds have I left unattended? Before stepping into September, we must confront ourselves with honesty and courage. Second, release negativity. This portal is not a place for anger, resentment, or fear. Just as the moon releases its darkness and slowly reveals its light, so too must we shed what dims our spirit. Forgive those who hurt you, and most importantly, forgive yourself. Third, set your intentions with clarity. The universe listens to focus, not confusion. Write down your goals, your prayers, your visions for the future. Speak them aloud. Believe in them. The seeds you plant now will grow beyond August, shaping the path ahead. Fourth, reconnect with gratitude. In the rush of life, it is easy to forget the blessings that surround us. The final portal asks us to look not only at what we lack, but at what we have. Gratitude opens the doors of abundance, and without it, no intention can take root. Fifth, protect your energy. Not everyone walks with you in truth and light. Guard your heart, your mind, and your soul from distractions and toxic influences. The closing of August is a sacred time. Do not allow the noise of the world to drown out the whisper of your spirit. Sixth, reconnect with nature. Go outside, feel the earth beneath your feet, breathe in the air, and let the elements restore your balance. The heavens are shifting, but so is the earth, and we are part of this divine dance. Grounding yourself in nature will remind you that you are never separate from creation. Seventh, prepare for transformation. The final portal is not just a passage of time, it is a doorway into change. Ask yourself, am I ready to step into the next chapter with courage, with wisdom, with strength? Transformation requires both surrender and faith, but if you are willing, this portal will carry you forward with divine protection. My friends, as August 30th approaches, take this warning to heart. Do not let these days slip away unnoticed. The new moon has whispered renewal, and the portal is calling for action. Align your soul, clear your path, and embrace the light waiting ahead. For when you honor this sacred time, you step not only into a new month, but into a new version of yourself, stronger, clearer, and more aligned with your true destiny. So I urge you, before August ends, let us do these 7 things together. May we rise with hope, walk with purpose, and move into the future with hearts awakened. The portal is open, the time is now, and the choice is yours.
Thank you. I'm going to that door. I'm going to the store. 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 I'm
Would you like me to expand each of the 7 points into long, flowing sections, like a 700-word breakdown per step, as in your past speeches, or keep this as a complete compact speech? Got it? Thumbs up. Here are the 7 keynotes from the speech without expansion. Self-reflection before stepping into September. 2. Release negativity and forgive. 3. Set clear and focused intentions. 4. Practice gratitude to open abundance. 5. Protect your energy from toxic influences. 6. Reconnect with nature for grounding. 7. Prepare for transformation and embrace change. Do you also want me to make these 7 keys into a short punchy list for a thumbnail/title style, like 3 to 4 words each, or keep them as they are? Self-reflection is one of the most powerful practices a person can engage in, especially in moments when the universe presents a doorway of renewal, such as the one after the new moon. It is not merely about looking back on what has happened, but about deeply observing the state of our inner world and recognizing the patterns, choices, and emotions that shape our lives. In the rush of daily routines, we often move from one task to another without pausing to ask ourselves how we truly feel or whether the direction we are taking aligns with our soul's purpose. Reflection is the pause that brings clarity. It is like holding up a mirror, not to our physical appearance, but to our thoughts, behaviors, and spirit. When we give ourselves the space to honestly assess where we stand, we uncover truths that may have been buried under layers of busyness and distraction. At the close of August, this practice takes on greater urgency. Time is moving forward, and the transition into a new season is upon us. If we do not pause to reflect now, we risk carrying unresolved pain, confusion, or misalignment into the months ahead. Reflection asks us, what am I still carrying that is weighing me down? What fears or regrets linger in the background of my mind? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary if we are to enter the next chapter with strength. Reflection is not about judgment or punishment, it is about awareness. When you sit quietly and allow yourself to acknowledge your flaws, your mistakes, and even your disappointments, you are not weakening yourself, but empowering yourself. Awareness gives birth to growth, because we cannot change what we do not see. Self-reflection also means celebrating the victories and blessings that we often overlook. It is just as important to honor what you have done well, the kindness you have shown, the progress you have made, and the resilience you have displayed in hard times. Reflection balances honesty with compassion. Too often people use self-examination as a tool to criticize themselves, but true reflection is gentle, loving, and understanding. It is about saying, yes, I could have done better here, but I also grew in this way. Yes, I have wounds, but I also have strengths. This practice can be done in many ways. Some people write their thoughts in a journal, letting their pen flow without censorship, allowing hidden emotions to surface. Others choose silence and meditation, breathing deeply and listening to the quiet voice within. Some reflect by speaking aloud, whether in prayer, in conversation with a trusted friend, or even in front of a mirror. However you choose to do it, the key is honesty. Pretending to be fine when you are not or avoiding certain truths only creates further blocks in your journey. As you reflect, you begin to notice patterns. Perhaps you see that the same habits lead to the same frustrations, or that the same fears hold you back from opportunities. Recognizing these patterns gives you the power to break them. Reflection reveals not only who you have been, but who you are becoming. It is the compass that points you toward your true direction. When combined with the energy of the new moon and the closing days of August, it becomes even more transformative, as though the universe is waiting for you to declare with clarity, "This is where I stand, this is what I am leaving behind, and this is the path I now choose to walk." In the end, self-reflection is an act of courage. It requires you to face yourself fully and honestly, without fear of what you might discover. Yet when you do, you find that you are not broken but growing, not lost but learning. You find that the answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be uncovered. As the portal of this month closes, reflection ensures that you are not walking into the next phase blindly, but with eyes open, heart steady, and spirit aligned with truth. Do you want me to expand each of the 7 points into 500 words like this one, so it becomes a full-length 3,500 word speech, or just selected ones? Releasing negativity is one of the most important steps to take before crossing into a new season of life. Negativity comes in many forms: old grudges, painful memories, anger toward others, guilt from past mistakes, or even the inner voice that constantly criticizes us. These energies weigh heavily on the heart and act like invisible chains that keep us tied to the past. Carrying them into the future is like trying to move forward while dragging heavy stones behind you. No matter how hard you try, the burden slows your progress and drains your energy. That is why this moment, right after the new moon and before the month of August closes, is the perfect time to let go. The universe itself is signaling renewal, offering us the strength to shed what no longer serves us, so we can move into the next chapter lighter and freer. Letting go of negativity begins with forgiveness. This is one of the most difficult, yet most liberating acts a human being can perform. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what someone has done to you, nor does it mean allowing harmful behavior to continue. Rather, it is a conscious decision to no longer let the wound control your heart. Holding on to anger or resentment keeps the pain alive long after the event has passed. The person who hurt you may have moved on, but you remain stuck in the memory, feeding it with your emotions. Forgiveness breaks that cycle. It says, "I will not let this experience define me. I choose peace over bitterness." But forgiveness is not only about others, it is also about yourself. Many people hold on to guilt and shame for years, punishing themselves for choices they made when they did not know better, or for times when they fell short of their own standards. This self-directed negativity can be even more destructive than anger toward others, because it eats away at your confidence and self-worth. To move forward, you must learn to forgive yourself. Understand that mistakes are part of being human, and that growth often comes from the lessons we learn through failure. By forgiving yourself, you create space for healing and transformation. Releasing negativity also requires awareness of the environments and people that drain your energy. Sometimes negativity is not only within us, but around us, in toxic relationships, constant exposure to complaints, or situations that no longer align with our values. Recognizing these influences is not about judging others harshly, but about protecting your own well-being. You cannot step into renewal if you continue to surround yourself with energies that pull you back into darkness. Creating healthy boundaries, limiting contact with harmful influences, and choosing uplifting environments are all ways of letting go of negativity. The process of release can be supported by simple yet powerful practices. Writing down the emotions or memories you want to release and then burning or tearing the paper is a symbolic way of saying goodbye. Speaking words of release aloud, such as I release anger, I release fear, I release guilt, affirms your choice to let go. Breathing exercises or meditation can help dissolve negative energy stored in the body. Even something as simple as taking a walk in nature and consciously imagining the earth absorbing your burdens can help shift your energy. When you truly release negativity, you feel lighter. The heart becomes freer, the mind clearer, and the spirit stronger. What once felt like a heavy cloud over your life begins to lift, allowing the light of new possibilities to shine through. This is why releasing negativity is not just a nice idea, but a vital step before any new beginning. As August draws to an end, it is a reminder that we cannot step into the portal of transformation while holding on to old pain. We must unclench our fists, open our hands, and let go of what no longer belongs to us. Only then can we receive the blessings waiting ahead. Do you want me to continue with point 3 into 500 words next in the same style? Setting clear and focused intentions is like giving your life a map and a compass. Without intentions, we drift aimlessly, carried by circumstances, distractions, and the expectations of others. But when we set clear intentions, we declare to ourselves and to the universe what direction we want to take. This act of clarity transforms random action into purposeful movement. It shifts our energy from chaos to alignment, from confusion to direction. At this moment in time, when the new moon has opened the door for renewal and the final days of August are upon us, setting intentions is especially powerful. It is as if the universe is offering us a blank page, and it is our responsibility to write on it with precision, not scribbles. To set intentions, one must first know what is truly important. This requires honesty. Too often, people create goals based on what others expect of them or what society tells them is valuable. They chase after material things, approval, or fleeting pleasures, only to discover that these goals do not bring lasting fulfillment. Intentions are different from shallow desires. An intention is rooted in the heart. It reflects who you are and who you are becoming. It is not about impressing others, but about aligning with your deeper purpose. Asking questions like, what do I really want for my life? What kind of person do I want to become? What energies do I want to welcome into my future? Helps uncover true intentions. Clarity is vital. A vague wish such as I want to be happy does not guide you. What does happiness mean to you? Is it peace of mind? Is it meaningful relationships? Is it freedom from fear? The more specific you are, the more powerful your intention becomes. Writing it down is one of the best ways to bring clarity. When you see your intention in words, it becomes solid, something you can return to when distractions try to lead you astray. Some people write intentions daily, while others set them for longer periods, such as a month, a season, or a year. Right now, with the portal of August closing, it is the perfect time to declare what you want to carry into the next cycle. Another key element is belief. An intention without belief is just a daydream. You must trust that what you are asking for is possible and that you are worthy of it. Doubt is natural, but faith is stronger. Speaking your intention aloud, visualizing it as if it has already happened, and carrying yourself in alignment with it are ways to strengthen belief. For example, if your intention is to live with more peace, then practice small acts of calmness in your daily life. If your intention is to grow in wisdom, then commit to learning every day. Intentions only work when they are lived, not just wished for. Focused intentions also require letting go of contradictions. You cannot set an intention for peace while feeding anger daily, or an intention for growth while clinging to old fears. This is why intention setting is not just about writing words, but about aligning your actions with them. Every choice you make should reflect the direction of your intention. In this way, life begins to flow with greater harmony, because your energy is consistent and not scattered. The beauty of intentions is that they serve as both anchor and guide. They remind you of your purpose when storms come, and they pull you back to your center when distractions tempt you away. They do not guarantee that every path will be easy, but they ensure that your steps have meaning. In the sacred moment between the new moon and the end of August, setting clear and focused intentions means choosing your future with awareness rather than leaving it to chance. It is a declaration to the universe and to yourself that you are ready to move forward with direction, clarity, and purpose.
And then when you run around, go on to the store, the store, the store, the store, and 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 the store, on 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 the store.
Would you like me to move on and expand point 4 into 500 words in the same style now? Gratitude is one of the most transformative forces a person can cultivate, and before the close of August, it becomes even more essential. In moments when life feels uncertain, or when the future appears heavy with responsibility, gratitude serves as a reminder that there is already light, already blessing, and already abundance present in our lives. Too often, we focus on what we lack, on what has gone wrong, or on what still feels unfinished. This mindset leaves us restless and unsatisfied, no matter how much we accomplish or receive. Gratitude reverses that lens. It teaches us to pause, to see the beauty in what we already hold, and to recognize that each moment is a gift. When you shift your attention to gratitude, even the smallest details become extraordinary. The breath in your lungs, the sunrise that paints the sky, the presence of a loved one, or even the lessons learned through challenges. Gratitude is not only about feeling good, it is also a powerful energy that opens the way for more blessings. When you appreciate what you have, you signal to yourself and to the universe that you are ready to receive more. A person who constantly complains or dwells on lack sends out the message that nothing is enough, and this blocks the flow of abundance. But when you say, I am grateful for this meal, this home, this opportunity, this moment of peace, you align yourself with a frequency of openness and acceptance. Life responds by giving you more to be grateful for. This is not mere theory, it is a principle woven into the very fabric of creation. Gratitude also has the power to heal. When you are burdened by sorrow, fear, or disappointment, it may feel impossible to find anything good. Yet even in pain, gratitude can shift your perspective. It does not deny the hardship, but reminds you that even within difficulty, there is something to hold on to. You may be grateful for the strength that carried you through, for the wisdom that pain carved into your soul, or for the compassion that suffering awakened in you. Gratitude turns wounds into teachers and struggles into stepping stones. It does not erase pain, but transforms it into growth. Practicing gratitude can be simple yet profound. You can begin and end each day by naming 3 things you are grateful for, whether they are grand or ordinary. You can write them in a journal or speak them aloud in prayer. You can pause in a moment of busyness and silently acknowledge the blessings in front of you. The more consistently you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes to see the world through this lens. Over time, it creates resilience, because when challenges arise, your heart is trained to look for light even in darkness. In this particular season, as August comes to an end and the portal of transformation stands open, gratitude acts as a bridge between what has been and what is to come. It helps you release the disappointments of the past month while embracing the hope of the new one. It reminds you that no matter what has been lost, there is still much to cherish. It grounds you in the present, ensuring that you do not rush forward blindly, but step with awareness and appreciation. Gratitude keeps your spirit aligned with abundance, making you ready to receive the blessings that await beyond the threshold of this month. Would you like me to go ahead and expand point 5 into 500 words next? Protecting your energy is one of the most vital practices you can commit to as you prepare for new beginnings. Energy is the invisible force that shapes your mood, thoughts, and actions. When it is strong and protected, you feel centered, calm, and empowered. But when it is drained or contaminated by negativity, you feel scattered, restless, and disconnected from your true self. In today's world, there are countless ways our energy can be pulled in directions that weaken us through toxic relationships, constant exposure to negativity, overwhelming responsibilities, or even our own inner doubts. That is why, before the end of August, as this portal of renewal approaches, it is essential to decide what you will allow into your space and what you must guard yourself against. One of the most important aspects of protecting your energy is learning the power of boundaries. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you, but healthy lines that safeguard your well-being. Without them, people may take advantage of your kindness, drain you with constant complaints, or pull you into their own chaos. Protecting your energy means being willing to say no when necessary, to step back when situations are harmful, and to recognize that preserving your peace is not selfish but wise. When you honor your boundaries, you honor your worth. Another part of protecting your energy is being mindful of what you consume. This does not only refer to food and drink, but also to the information, conversations, and environments you expose yourself to. Spending too much time surrounded by negativity, whether through constant news, gossip, or destructive entertainment, can seep into your mind and weigh you down. Choosing to surround yourself with uplifting influences, whether it be supportive friends, inspiring books, calming music, or spaces that bring peace, helps to strengthen and protect your inner state. Just as you would not leave your door unlocked for anyone to walk in, you should not leave your energy open for anything and everything to enter. Protecting your energy also means caring for your body and spirit. Rest, good nutrition, and mindful practices such as prayer, meditation, or deep breathing are not luxuries but necessities. When you are exhausted or neglect your own needs, you become more vulnerable to negativity. But when you are replenished and grounded, your energy naturally becomes stronger, and it is harder for outside forces to shake you. Simple rituals, like taking a quiet walk, lighting a candle, or spending time in solitude, can restore balance and protect your inner peace. It is also important to recognize when your own thoughts are the source of energy drain. Negative self-talk, constant worry, or replaying painful memories can consume enormous amounts of energy. Protecting yourself in this case means actively choosing to redirect your mind, replacing destructive thoughts with affirmations, hope, or reminders of your worth. The mind can either be a shield that strengthens you or a weakness that exposes you. Guarding your thoughts is just as crucial as guarding your external environment. As August draws to a close, protecting your energy ensures that you step into the next chapter with strength and clarity rather than exhaustion and confusion. The portal ahead requires you to be fully present and aligned, and this cannot happen if your energy is scattered or drained. By setting boundaries, choosing your influences wisely, caring for yourself, and guarding your thoughts, you build a shield around your spirit. This shield does not close you off from love or connection, but instead allows you to give and receive from a place of balance. Protecting your energy means you are ready to walk forward unshaken, carrying peace within no matter what unfolds around you. Would you like me to continue with point 6 into 500 words now, keeping the same flowing style? Reconnecting with nature is one of the simplest yet most profound ways to restore balance and align with the flow of life. In the noise of modern living, where screens, responsibilities, and artificial environments dominate our daily routines, it is easy to forget that we are part of the natural world, not separate from it. Nature has always been humanity's first teacher, offering lessons in patience, renewal, resilience, and harmony. When we take time to step outside, to breathe in fresh air, to feel the warmth of the sun or the coolness of the breeze, we reconnect not only with the earth, but with ourselves. As August comes to its end and the final portal of transformation opens, returning to nature is especially powerful because it grounds us and helps us release the heaviness of the past while preparing to embrace what is new. The natural world holds a kind of wisdom that cannot be found in books or technology. Watching the cycles of the moon, the rhythm of the tides, or the changing of seasons teaches us about the ebb and flow of life. Just as trees shed their leaves to prepare for new growth, we too must let go of what no longer serves us to make space for renewal. When you walk among trees, sit near water, or simply lie on the ground and look at the sky, you are reminded that change is natural and that nothing in life is stagnant. Nature whispers the truth that endings are not failures, but beginnings in disguise. Spending time outdoors also helps to calm the mind and soothe the spirit. Stress, anxiety, and overthinking are often products of being disconnected from natural rhythms. The body was not designed to live under constant artificial light, endless noise, and digital distraction. Even a short walk in a park or garden can reduce tension, clear mental fog, and create a sense of peace. The act of breathing deeply in nature allows the body to release what it has been holding, while the stillness of natural spaces invites silence into the soul. This silence is not emptiness, but a presence, a reminder that the universe speaks most clearly when we are quiet enough to listen. Reconnecting with nature can also be a spiritual practice. Many traditions view the earth as sacred, a living reflection of divine creation. The sun that rises faithfully each day, the rain that nourishes the soil, the stars that shine without fail, all of these remind us of a higher order, a greater presence that sustains life. When you allow yourself to be still in nature, you feel connected to something larger than yourself, and this connection strengthens your faith and renews your sense of purpose. Practical ways to reconnect with nature do not have to be complicated. You can take off your shoes and walk barefoot on the ground, allowing the earth's energy to flow into you. You can watch the night sky and align your thoughts with the movements of the moon and stars. You can spend time caring for plants, listening to birds, or sitting quietly near water. These small acts remind you that life is not only about rushing forward, but also about being present with the world around you. As August closes, making time for nature helps anchor your spirit during this transition. The final portal of the month calls you to clarity, grounding, and readiness, and there is no better guide than the earth itself. Nature steadies you, renews you, and reminds you that you are never alone. Just as the rivers flow, the wind moves, and the moon rises, your life too is part of a greater rhythm. By reconnecting with nature, you step into the next chapter not as a fragment, but as a whole, being aligned with the harmony of creation. Shall I go on and expand point 7 into 500 words so the full set is complete? Preparing for transformation is the final and perhaps most important step before stepping into a new season of life. Transformation is not a small change, not just an adjustment of habits or a shift in mood, but a deep process of becoming someone new. It asks you to shed old layers, release familiar but limiting patterns, and embrace the unknown with courage. For many people, transformation feels frightening because it requires letting go of what is comfortable, even if that comfort is filled with pain. Yet true growth never happens in safety zones. Just as a caterpillar must dissolve into something unrecognizable before becoming a butterfly, we too must allow ourselves to pass through uncomfortable stages of change to discover the beauty that waits within us. To prepare for transformation, you must first acknowledge that change is inevitable. Life itself is a constant cycle of beginnings and endings, of shedding and renewing. Resisting transformation only creates struggle, while embracing it allows the process to unfold with more grace. Preparing does not mean knowing every detail of what the future holds. It means cultivating the mindset and strength to walk forward no matter what unfolds. This involves trust in yourself, in the lessons you've learned, and in the higher order of life that is guiding you towards something greater. Transformation often begins with small steps, but it requires a clear decision. You cannot transform while holding tightly to the past. Ask yourself, what must I leave behind to step into the version of myself that I long to be? Perhaps it is fear, doubt, toxic attachments, or old habits that drain your spirit. Preparing for transformation means making peace with the fact that these things no longer belong to you. It also means being patient with yourself because transformation is not instant. It unfolds gradually, like a seed pushing through the soil before it becomes a tree. Every day that you align with your new direction, you are transforming, even if the results are not yet visible. Embracing transformation also requires faith. When you step into unknown territory, you cannot always see the outcome. There will be moments of uncertainty, times when you question your path or feel tempted to return to what is familiar. But preparing your heart means understanding that discomfort is a sign of growth, not failure. Each challenge that arises during transformation is not meant to break you, but to shape you, to make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. As this final portal of August opens, preparing for transformation means being willing to walk into the next chapter with courage. It means trusting that the universe has aligned this moment for your evolution and that the very energies of renewal are working with you, not against you. It means deciding that the person you are becoming is worth the discomfort of change. When you prepare for transformation with openness and faith, you allow yourself to rise beyond old limits. You begin to see yourself not as someone trapped by the past, but as someone stepping into possibility. You embody hope, resilience, and renewal. The old you falls away and the new you emerges, stronger, freer, and more aligned with your purpose. This is the power of transformation, and this is the gift awaiting you as you step beyond August into a new horizon of life. Now that I've expanded all 7 points for you, would you like me to write the full conclusion of the speech to tie everything together smoothly? As we stand at the edge of this month and prepare to step into the days ahead, the message of this portal is clear. The time for awareness is now. The new moon has whispered renewal, and the closing of August has opened a final doorway, urging us to reflect, to release, to set clear intentions, to embrace gratitude, to protect our energy, to reconnect with nature, and to prepare our hearts for transformation. These are not just ideas to admire, but actions to embody, for they shape the path we will walk in the coming season. Every ending carries within it the seed of a beginning, and this moment is no different. The choices we make now will echo far beyond these days, shaping the rhythm of our lives in the months ahead. If we step forward with clarity, peace, and courage, we align ourselves with the blessings waiting for us. But if we ignore this call, we risk carrying old burdens into a future meant for renewal. The portal does not remain open forever. It asks for readiness, for decisiveness, and for faith. So I urge you to take these days seriously, to see them not as ordinary but as sacred. Use them to cleanse your spirit, to strengthen your resolve, and to plant the seeds of the life you wish to create. Let go of the weight that no longer belongs to you, and walk boldly into the next chapter with hope alive in your heart. For transformation is not a distant dream. It is already here, waiting for you to embrace it. As August comes to its close, may we each step through this portal not with fear but with faith, not with hesitation but with strength, and not with despair but with gratitude and expectation. The moon has turned, the path is open, and the time is now. Step forward, for your new beginning awaits. What is comfortable, even if that comfort is filled with pain? Yet true growth never happens in safety zones. Just as a caterpillar must dissolve into something unrecognizable before becoming a butterfly, we too must allow ourselves to pass through uncomfortable stages of change to discover the beauty that waits within us. To prepare for transformation, you must first acknowledge that change is inevitable. Life itself is a constant cycle of beginnings and endings, of shedding and renewing. Resisting transformation only creates struggle, while embracing it allows the process to unfold with more grace. Preparing does not mean knowing every detail of what the future holds. It means cultivating the mindset and strength to walk forward no matter what unfolds. This involves trust in yourself, in the lessons you've learned, and in the higher order of life that is guiding you towards something greater. Transformation often begins with small steps, but it requires a clear decision. You cannot transform while holding tightly to the past. Ask yourself, what must I leave behind to step into the version of myself that I long to be? Perhaps it is fear, doubt, toxic attachments, or old habits that drain your spirit. Preparing for transformation means making peace with the fact that these things no longer belong to you. It also means being patient with yourself, because transformation is not instant. It unfolds gradually, like a seed pushing through the soil before it becomes a tree. Every day that you align with your new direction, you are transforming, even if the results are not yet visible. Embracing transformation also requires faith. When you step into unknown territory, you cannot always see the outcome. There will be moments of uncertainty, times when you question your path or feel tempted to return to what is familiar. But preparing your heart means understanding that discomfort is a sign of growth, not failure. Each challenge that arises during transformation is not meant to break you, but to shape you, to make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. As this final portal of August opens, preparing for transformation means being willing to walk into the next chapter with courage. It means trusting that the universe has aligned this moment for your evolution, and that the very energies of renewal are working with you, not against you. It means deciding that the person you are becoming is worth the discomfort of change. When you prepare for transformation with openness and faith, you allow yourself to rise beyond old limits. You begin to see yourself not as someone trapped by the past, but as someone stepping into possibility. You embody hope, resilience, and renewal. The old you falls away, and the new you emerges stronger, freer, and more aligned with your purpose. This is the power of transformation, and this is the gift awaiting you as you step beyond August into a new horizon of life.
I've been our soul, it's the world, 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 it's the world,
Now that I've expanded all 7 points for you, would you like me to write the full conclusion of the speech to tie everything together smoothly? As we stand at the edge of this month and prepare to step into the days ahead, the message of this portal is clear. The time for awareness is now. The new moon has whispered renewal, and the closing of August has opened a final doorway, urging us to reflect, to release, to set clear intentions, to embrace gratitude, to protect our energy, to reconnect with nature, and to prepare our hearts for transformation. These are not just ideas to admire, but actions to embody, for they shape the path we will walk in the coming season. Every ending carries within it the seed of a beginning, and this moment is no different. The choices we make now will echo far beyond these days, shaping the rhythm of our lives in the months ahead. If we step forward with clarity, peace, and courage, we align ourselves with the blessings waiting for us. But if we ignore this call, we risk carrying old burdens into a future meant for renewal. The portal does not remain open forever. It asks for readiness, for decisiveness, and for faith. So I urge you to take these days seriously, to see them not as ordinary but as sacred. Use them to cleanse your spirit, to strengthen your resolve, and to plant the seeds of the life you wish to create. Let go of the weight that no longer belongs to you, and walk boldly into the next chapter with hope alive in your heart. For transformation is not a distant dream. It is already here, waiting for you to embrace it. As August comes to its close, may we each step through this portal not with fear, but with faith, not with hesitation, but with strength, and not with despair, but with gratitude and expectation. The moon has turned, the path is open, and the time is now. Step forward, for your new beginning awaits.